I see so many articles out about what I'm gonna do as a WWE, as a TNA, as an AEW. I can't control any of that. But the one thing I can control is how I prepare. I'm ready for anything. Huge announcement. Before I make any crucial decisions in my life, I always get my workout in. So I'm up here at Sports Academy. I got my man here, my trainer, getting ready to put it in.
You want to hit movement, you want to hit strength and power.
Let's do both.
I already knew it. Let's go.
Let's go. Like $1 billion bucks. Built different. Just finished my workout again this morning. When I was in the WWE, I had a RV for some time. And when I finally made the decision to get the RV, I realized that it almost put life onto my career because the RV was just so convenient. Because typically we would have about 2 to 3 hours we would drive between shows. And it was always a struggle for every wrestler to fly into a place, get a rental car, drive to a show, get finished with the show at 10, 11 o'clock at night. When I was with the bus made it so convenient. And I think right now with my Phenom and Legend program, I will have the opportunity to get in that bus and not only take myself, but my team that I'm gonna be working with. And what the Phenom and Legend program is basically I'm trying to find kids around the United States that are doing just phenomenal work in sports, particularly just because I came from a sports background. What I like to do is I like to be able to pick their brain a little bit and finding out, what motivates them, why they do what they do, how they started their sport, how it feels to be great. A lot of these questions seem like they're a little simple, but when you hear what some of these kids talk about, when they talk about being great, it's refreshing, eye-opening. It's just different. Some kids are wired different. And I want to have the opportunity to give them the floor to be able to talk about why they feel like they are different, what makes them great. It would be really interesting to find out or see or have an interview with LeBron James when he's back in the 7th grade, when people were starting to talk about this tall kid, some of the great athletes that we know today. A counselor told me one time when I was talking to one of my counselors, she said, "Oh, you're trying to interview a younger you." And I thought that was pretty interesting take on it. But I think it was, I was very successful in sports growing up. Of course, excelled in wrestling, but football and baseball and track were all sports that I was pretty successful at. But of course, I just ran with wrestling, winning national championships through college, state championships in high school. But I think the one thing that I don't really understand is with myself was why. Where was the motivation? Because I have so many friends that talk about me and talk about stories of me when I was younger, how I've just trained all the time and just worked so hard at becoming the best. And I didn't know any other way. Sometimes we see kids that are put in the spotlight and then they start having a lot of criticism. Because if you say that this kid's the best in track, you're gonna have all these other kids, their parents and other parents from different schools and different cities saying, "No, we got this kid and he's overrated," and all these different things. Well, I don't believe that should be happening. We should be highlighting every kid that we can. And that's what I'm trying to do with my platform. I am gonna put kids on that have won regional competitions, guys that have won state championships, guys that have won national championships and world championships, and not one of these kids is I'm going to look down at being less than. I'm going to look at all of these kids as champions because that's what they are. A kid that takes herself to the next level is something that is great, and if we really start focusing on these kids, it's going to help other kids understand how these kids are wired, what these kids think about, what motivates these kids, and it might motivate someone else. And as a parent, I think it's great to be able to hear from these kids and as well as their parents, because I will be interviewing the parents also, to see what kind of encouragement the parents are giving, how the parents help their kid strive to become the best. What's up? We're at the National Indoor RV Center out here in Louisville, Texas, and we're trying to find the best RV that I can find for my Phenom and Legend program. You got some good stuff?
Think so. Come on in, Bobby.
This is what I'm talking about. This is beautiful.
It's about as nice as it gets. That big enough for you?
Yeah, it'll work. It'll work.
All the different shoes that you have. How many pairs of shoes do you have?
I don't know.
You're too ashamed to say?
Yes, I'm ashamed of that. So this is beautiful all the way across. I love these things. That's my dream in life, is just to get one of these things and just tour around the world. But I think for right now, I think it's going to be awesome traveling around, meeting different kids everywhere, just hearing their stories. We're going to want to go around everywhere and find kids. I want to find kids that nobody even heard of, that's just doing something, and we can check by its numbers compared to other kids' numbers. So what I want that versatility, because it's not just me in this project. You know, I have, of course, Natalie working with me, Emily's working with me, X might be jumping in here. So we have a crew. And then I think it would be cool for people to see the process, because we're gonna be back in old school. We're gonna have the Rand McNally out here. We're gonna be opening it up and saying, hey, you know what, after this one, let's go ahead and shoot down to Atlanta. There's a kid out there that's incredible. I want people to see the backstage. I want to see them to see what we're doing and finding these kids and talking about the different questions that we have with these kids, and then having us, like I said, the versatility of being able to say, all right, we're going to hit Atlanta, and then now there's a kid in New York. Boom, we're going to hit New York, and then after we do that, we're going to be able to film the process of us going to different cities. So I think just getting one of these buses is going to be the key to having a successful program moving forward. With that being said, I'm trying to find some of the phenoms from all around the world. So if you know a phenom that I need to go look up, need to go find, comment, send me an email at outreach@teamlashley.com. I'd like to find this kid, get a hold of him, put him on the show. That's beautiful. I love it. It's time to buy. I know we talked about it for a long time, but
let's do it.
We need to make a deal. Appreciate
Let's do it.
I need one of these things in my life.
I would like you to sign.
That's not even me.
It's not?
No.
It's not?
No, I'm just kidding.
I feel embarrassed. I'm like over here going, it looks like you.
Yes, I guess I
He
need
was cuter than you.
Oh, man. They cleaned him up a little bit.
Your grandson loves this.
Awesome.
Wesley?
Yes.
Yes. I have a little partner.
Yeah, let's sign it.
Could we get a picture? We just send our grandson.
Absolutely.
He's 10. He
Oh
would just,
my God.
he would just go bananas.
Go print up a fake contract.
He will be.
Stand up.
Oh my.
Who do I make this out to?
You don't have to necessarily. Yeah, I just think it's too cool. Oh,
What's
I
that?
don't know if it'll work on
Yeah.
that.
You know, it must be nice being famous. You can't go anywhere incognito, man.
I'm always me.
I'm Bob.
Bob, I'm Bob too.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Janet.
Janet, I'm Bob.
Well, let's
We're
get a
Bob.
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 The Bob. I'm gonna hold this up there too.
And I'll say 1, 2, and 3. All right, I'll send it to you guys.
I'm excited. This is something that I've wanted for a long time, and I think now we finally put it together. It's a perfect timing.
You ready, Mr. Lashley?
Let's make it happen. Woo.
Right there for me, sir.
Thank you, my man.
Absolutely, sir.
All right, everybody, that is it for today. RV is a big decision, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about the RVs? If some of you guys have any little expertise in RVs and you want to leave a comment because I will be reading them. For our next vlog, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into my workouts. I want to talk to you guys about what I do with workouts, what keeps me motivated, my philosophy of working out, and then we're going to take a step further there, and I'm going to tell you what I am doing next in the workout world. So that's what's next. So stay tuned for the next vlog, and I will talk to you guys later.